people of YouTube, Wayne Hackman here, aka Wagstar, and this is my first antenna. I bought it alongside my Yaesu FT818ND. If you click on the link above, you can see that unboxing. And this is going to be a permanent aerial in my garden. It's a 20-metre long antenna made by a company called Sigma Euro.comm Limited. This is called the Sigma LW20 HF 80 to 6 metre wire antenna. In the box, you don't get a lot. You get a piece of paper explaining about the aerial and the best way to install it, and the aerial itself. It does say that it's really important that you connect this to your radio through an ATU, and I've actually bought an ATU that I'll show in the next video. Let's install it now. Hey, so the installation is going to be in my garden, and I'm quite blessed. I've got a huge garden to be able to play around with this. I have a few hazards in my garden. I've got power lines that go over one part of the garden, and I've got quite a few trees in the other part of the garden. So I need to be quite selective over where I put this aerial. However, I also need to try and position it in the best way that it can get good, clear view of the sky, and it's not going to be interfered with any electrical components and things like that. So I'm quite fortunate. I've got a tower in my garden, and already I run part of my internet connection off there. You can see a Ubiquiti device up the top there next to the flag, and that's what receives all the internet. So I'm going to put another pipe up there. I've got it ready to go, so that the aerial will be on that, and then all being well, we'll be able to work out the best place to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it out on the grass to see exactly how long this thing is. So I've got a couple of options where to put the aerial. I originally thought about taking this metal pole and then attaching it to this pole here, but the problem is there are power lines. And although I have experimented with putting the pole up, I just think it's too close to the power lines for comfort. So my other option is to go from the tower over the roof of the house. But being a complete novice in this, I'm not too sure how much interference a metal roof is going to do. Part of me thinks it might work in its favour because all of these radio waves come down from the ionosphere, bounce off the roof and then into the aerial. But I'm not sure if that's how it works. Let's go up on a roof and have a little look at what I'm trying to say. So I'm on top of the roof, and I'm quite fortunate. I've got these beautiful trees growing here. So I did think about slinging a line up in this tree here, and then we pan around. Let's go around. I could put it in the water tower there. But like I said, I'm not too sure what the interference is going to be of the thingy. The other thing is I thought about running it the length of the roof. But the problem is it's about 1 metre too long. And again, I don't want to adapt the size of the wire because it's a specific length to pick up multiple frequencies. So what to do? I think I'm going to see if I can reach this tree over here and put a guy up, and then we'll run it from the water power behind me to that tree. Agile gazelle, I leapt around on the roof, and as you can see, I installed the box part of the aerial to the water tower, and then I ran the wire over the house ready to be pulled into the tree. Before I did anything else, I secured to one of the wing nuts on the side of the box an earth wire, and fortunately in the generator house there is a copper rod driven into the ground which I fastened it to. Now came the moment where I thought I was a 10-year-old boy again, and instead of getting a ladder or a rope, I decided to climb the tree. I don't know why I did this, because if I had fallen, the nearest medical care was over 300k away. Perhaps I still had that stupidity of a 10-year-old boy going on in my brain. I finally managed to get the aerial to a decent tension, and, well, you can have a look at the result yourself.
Okay, like a mentalist, I've climbed the tree, still out of breath. It's been a while since I've climbed a tree like that. And as you can see, it goes over the top of the house to the water tower over there. So it's off the roof. Hopefully it's got enough clearance.
It was a bit more complicated than I thought it would be. So in the next video, I'm going to wire it up with some coax that I've got on order, and we'll tune up the radio to see if we can pick anything up. As always, thanks for watching. Do all of the things that YouTubers do, and I'll catch you in the next video.